YouTube has been around since 2005, and you better believe, with millions upon millions of hours of content available, it's had a few controversies over time. Some of them are funny, some tragic, and some, well, unbelievable. I'm Mike with List 25, and here are the 25 biggest YouTube controversies of all time. But before I begin, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content. It really helps the channel grow. Also, check out our Discord, and think of becoming a member. With all that being said, let's get controversial. Wait. "25. I'm Jay Station faked his girlfriend's death." Faking someone's death and pretending it's real is probably never a good idea. But that didn't stop I'm Jay Station from doing it. The YouTuber, who had already had a history of small crimes and controversies, made a video claiming his girlfriend had been killed by a drunk driver. He milked this story for a while, and even pretended to contact her with an Ouija board before, coming clean. She ended up leaving him, and he was later arrested for assault, and finally, YouTube had enough and banned him. 24. Fantastic Adventures abuse. With over 200 million views and 700,000 subscribers, Fantastic Adventures was hugely popular. Until the channel, which showcased a woman and her kids being goofy, was revealed to hide a terrible secret. Michelle Hackney, the adopted mother of the kids, was horribly abusing them off camera and making them perform to reap the rewards of viral fame. Kids who messed up were pepper sprayed, starved, denied use of bathroom, and much worse. Hackney was eventually arrested. 23. Nicole Arbor's bad joke. Stand-up comedian Nicole Arbor posted a rant against fat people back in 2015. Her intention was that it would be considered acerbic and funny, which is definitely a style of comedy some people excel at. Unfortunately for Arbor, most people didn't take it that way. It came off as cruel and petty, and essentially bigoted against overweight people. The backlash was so strong that Arbor, who was slowly becoming more well-known at the time, ended up losing out on a choreography gig for a film before trying to defend herself on The View. 22. Austin Jones. Between 2007 and 2017, Austin Jones amassed a large following on YouTube thanks to his videos in which he sang a cappella covers of popular songs. In 2015, allegations of him acting inappropriately with underage female fans began to surface. Nothing came of it until 2017, when Jones was finally arrested for receipt of child pornography. He also confessed to encouraging numerous underage teen fans to make sexually explicit videos for him. If this wasn't bad enough, and trust me, it should be, YouTube initially refused to remove his videos because, in their words, they weren't closely related to his crimes. However, after the backlash they received for keeping them up, his channel was deleted a short time later. 21. The React Scandal. Reaction videos have been big on YouTube for years, and the Fine Brothers channel was arguably the biggest producer of these, with their series of Kids React, Elders React, etc., so on and so forth. The idea was very simple. Show a group of people a thing they were unfamiliar with and film the reaction. It's good, clean fun. But the Fine Brothers got a little greedy. They decided they'd try to trademark the word react and license reaction videos as a content format to other content creators in a way that would allow them to receive a portion of profits. I'm literally reacting to this right now. Bring it on, Fine Brothers. Essentially, they want anyone making reaction videos to pay them. This went over terribly, and in the end cost them hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Dude, people gotta stop trying to copyright things that are just not copyrightable. I think Monster Energy Drink is doing that right now with the word monster, and I think they're suing Pokemon for using the word monster. Good luck. Not really. 20. Micah Stauffer's adopted son. There's a lot of concern these days around YouTubers who seem to be exploiting their kids for clicks, and this list includes a few of the worst cases. Micah Stauffer took things to a whole new level after adopting a son from China and including him in her YouTube content, which focused on her life as a mother and her family in general. However, after 2 years, things got super weird when the boy was no longer featured in any of the videos, and Stauffer admitted that he'd been rehomed, using a word most people would for pets. The backlash was harsh, costing her followers and partnerships. 19. Viacom vs. YouTube. In 2007, Viacom sued YouTube for $1 billion because YouTube was hosting so much copyrighted content. YouTube argued it wasn't their fault, they only host the content and can't be responsible for users. In the end, the suit was settled out of court in 2014. 18. The Stokes twins robberies. As we'll see, a lot of YouTube prank ideas ended badly for the YouTubers involved, and that was also true of the Stokes twins. They're still huge today, but their ride to fame was bumpy. In 2020, they faced a series of charges from a pair of fake robbery pranks, including false imprisonment. In the end, they reached a plea deal and performed 160 hours of community service. 17. Shane Dawson. One of the biggest YouTubers of all time, Shane Dawson has had more than his fair share of controversy. He's been criticized for being racist, including the use of blackface in the past, jokes about pedophilia, and sexualizing Willow Smith when she was still a child. YouTube ended up suspending monetization of his channels in 2020, and he ended up taking a year off from the site. 16. Math Podcast. Arguably one of YouTube's strangest controversies dates back to 2016 and involved a French YouTuber and several other international accounts that he'd simply been stealing from. Turns out the French creator was less a creator and more of a plagiarist. He would reproduce videos from American YouTubers and those in other countries, translating their work into French word for word and even staging the videos the same way. That kind of reminds me when we discovered there is a list 22 and I believe a list 26, and one of them just literally took everything and made it like our logo and everything and made it blue, and the other was just like an AI voice. After every number, it'd be like 15, but it'd be like list 22, list 21, list 20, and they put the word list in front of it. It was weird. They might still be there, I'm not sure. Don't give them any looks. Don't encourage that. 15. Sam Pepper's fake kidnapping and murder. Pranking on YouTube can go very wrong, and in the case of Sam Pepper, it can blow up in your face. Having already been the subject of previously controversial videos, Pepper uploaded one called Killing Best Friend Prank in 2015. It's just a prank, bro. In this video, a disguised Pepper kidnaps 2 men and makes one watch as she shoots the other. It was all fake, and it later was revealed that all 3 were in on it, not just the fake victim and Pepper. But it didn't matter. The disturbing video made people call for Pepper's removal, and his response, setting up a GoFundMe to demand $1.5 million in exchange for quitting YouTube, well, that only made it worse. 14. Jeffree Star. Like so many other YouTubers, Jeffree Star built a huge following and then couldn't seem to resist being racist on a regular basis. Unlike some, it hasn't really hurt Star's brand all that much. He's made millions as a beauty blogger and has his own cosmetics line despite a history of racist statements. Awesome. 13. David Dobrik. Dobrik was one of the biggest stars on YouTube with over 20 million followers and a fortune at his fingertips. Then, the house of cards he built fell down on top of him when people started coming forward with what sort of guy he was in real life. Here's a hint, it ain't good. Multiple allegations arose, accusing him of bullying and also sexual assault. He lost numerous subscribers and partnerships, but his channel survived, and he eventually began posting again, only to later be sued by fellow Vlog Squad member Jeff Wittick, who was badly injured in a stunt he blamed Dobrik for taking too far. 12. Jenna Marbles. One of the oldest and most well-known YouTubers, Jenna Marbles was basically YouTube royalty, an OG from back in the day. Until 2020 when everything blew up. Old videos surfaced showing Jenna engaging in some racist behavior, which is a weirdly common thing for a lot of YouTubers, isn't it? Anyway, she made the anticipated apology video for what she'd done, but then surprised everyone also by quitting YouTube entirely. Can we just not be racist? Is it's really that hard? Okay. And I love the apology videos. It's never really, I'm sorry for what I've done. what I've done, it literally becomes, I'm sorry I was caught. You were gonna keep doing it unless something happened. Like, come on. You're not fooling anyone. 11. The pregnancy reversal. People love a heartwarming video, whether it's a soldier coming home to their excited dog, or a pregnancy reveal. Well, depending on if it's one of those pregnancy party things that, When a couple flipped the script with a video in which the husband secretly used his wife's pee on a pregnancy test to reveal to her that she was pregnant, people loved it. Millions of views rolled in, but some people, especially doctors, raised a few red flags. Using pee in a toilet is not a super accurate way to test for pregnancy. It seemed like maybe the couple was just clout chasers, and no one likes a clout chaser. Further proof? They titled the video, "We're Going Viral." Fast forward a few days, and then the couple revealed they had a miscarriage. Super sad news, except for the people who thought the whole story was fake to begin with. The couple never admitted they faked anything, but they did admit to spending years trying to become virally famous, so take from that what you will. 10. The toothpaste Oreo. YouTube and prank videos have a long history, and many people today may not remember that in the race to the top, a lot of pranksters got really dark. Pranks made innocent people the butt of jokes and came back to bite some of them in said butt, like the case of the YouTuber Reset, who pranked a homeless man with an Oreo filled with toothpaste. The mean-spirited joke got him charged with a crime. He was found guilty of violating the moral integrity of his victim and sentenced to 15 months in prison plus a $22,300 fine. 9. The Keemstar Mob. Back in 2016, Keemstar thought he'd discovered the identity of a sex offender and outed the would-be miscreant to his millions of followers. The problem was that Keemstar outed the wrong guy. He posted proof, which was a photo that kind of looked like a man named Tony, who was a Twitch streamer in his 60s who had apparently never hurt anyone, ever. It didn't matter though, and the harassment began. Other sleuths soon discovered that Tony was not the guy they wanted, and that the real sex offender was actually in prison at the time. Within a day, Keemstar was losing tons of followers and the subject of plenty of scorn for acting so harshly with no real evidence. So just, the internet. 8. Lonely Girl 15. Were we ever so innocent? Lonely Girl 15's scandal is tame by today's standards, but back in 2006, it blew people's minds when they discovered the series of vlogs that had been posted by a teenager going by the name of Lonely Girl 15 that escalated in drama and mystery were actually fictional. Today, no one would care. Probably celebrate the creativity. But this was early YouTube, and most viewers hadn't even considered that someone might stand a multi-part story for dramatic effect. People felt duped, and it made international headlines when the drama turned out to be totally made up. 7. Toy Freaks. Toy Freaks appeared on YouTube in 2012 and featured a man and his 2 young children, and was presented, at first, as a channel suitable for children. Thus began something known as Elsagate, a term used to describe the emergence of YouTube channels that looked family-friendly but were actually creepy and weird. The videos included the children vomiting, screaming, going to the bathroom, and more that many people considered abusive and exploitative until they were finally removed. 6. Amos Yee. Amos Yee rose to prominence when he criticized the Singaporean government and then fled to the US seeking asylum, which he was granted. He became a popular YouTuber and then began to reveal his true colors as he started to speak out on subjects like pedophilia, which he supported. Yee was eventually arrested on child pornography charges, and his content was all removed from YouTube for violating community guidelines. 5. The Tide Pod Challenge. YouTube has been the breeding ground for countless challenge videos over the years, from the stupid, like the Cinnamon Challenge, to the well-intentioned, like the Ice Bucket Challenge. Actually, we did a video on viral dumb challenges. Check that out in the cards. But somewhere north of the Cinnamon Challenge was the Tide Pod Challenge. There's not a lot to unpack here. YouTubers, typically teens, were challenging each other to eat Tide Pods. Several people were hospitalized, and there were cases of young children actually dying, though they weren't necessarily related to the YouTube challenges. Either way, it was a bad idea, and YouTube ended up restricting videos depicting it. It's not Isn't there now, like, don't they have these now? I mean, come on, guys. Seriously? Oh, this will look great on green screen, I bet. Whoops. 4. Logan Paul in the suicide forest. You can make a whole list of controversies that have sprung up around brothers Logan and Jake Paul over the years. That might be a great idea for a video. But if you had to pick just one, it'd have to be Logan Paul's trip to Aokigahara, Japan's so-called suicide forest. In a given year, over 100 may take their lives in the forest. And when Paul visited in 2018 wearing a goofy hat, he filmed an actual corpse and laughed about it with friends. As you can imagine, no one else thought it was funny. There was a huge backlash, and even Paul's apology rang completely insincere. Hang on, here's my shocked Pikachu face. He was even sued for it later by a production company that claimed it ended up costing them business because of their association with him. I mean, there's your mistake in the first place, being associated with the Paul brothers. 3. Family 05 abuse. You never want to be the villain on the internet, but that's what happened with Michael and Heather Martin, who, across a few YouTube channels, but most notably Family 05, posted a series of videos which seemed to be designed to abuse and humiliate their own children. Many of their videos featured the parents encouraging the children to hurt one another. The parents claimed they were all staged, but it was too little too late for most people. They even ended up losing custody of 2 of their kids to the biological mother. 2. PewDiePie gets accused of anti-Semitism. PewDiePie will go down in history as one of, if not the biggest YouTuber of all time. His success has been pretty much unparalleled, and maybe because of his status, the controversies he's faced still haven't ended him, when they likely would have wiped smaller YouTubers off the map. The year 2017 saw PewDiePie get embroiled in a pair of racially charged scandals. First, he was discovered to have included Nazi imagery in a number of different videos, and also to have made anti-Semitic jokes, which he later apologized for, claiming it was all just a joke. Things heated up again when he called someone the N-word on a live stream just a few months later. The repercussions were pretty quick, and while he lost followers and partnerships, he persevered and the damage to his career was minimal. 1. Mona Lisa Perez kills her boyfriend in a viral stunt gone wrong. The nature of YouTube is such that people feel the need to push limits all the time. The tragic result of that was the case of Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz III. They wanted to make a viral video, and like so many other bad ideas for viral videos, they didn't think of the potential repercussions. The plan was simple. Ruiz would hold a thick book in front of himself and Perez would shoot it with a gun. It was dumb from the get-go, but the plan was for the book to stop the bullet. It did not. The bullet passed through and killed Ruiz. Perez was charged with second-degree manslaughter. So, what are some other YouTube controversies we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Like I said before, like, share, comment, subscribe, become a notification. Click the notification bell. Become a member, join our Discord, all the fun stuff. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And as always, I'll see you next time.
Be sure to click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these videos here or just head to our website at list25.com.